Hello, in this CSS crash course video, we're going to be looking at display types. Up to now, we've discussed display types in terms of a span has an inline display type, a div by default has a block display type. And those are the display types that are automatically added to a particular element by default. So if you were to have two divs, one will be on one line, one will be on the other line, regardless of how much content was inside of it. Whereas if I had two span tags, because they were inline elements, they would be next to each other. But we can force one particular type of tag or a element that has a class or an ID to be a different type of, to display differently. There's a third display type as well called none. I think you can guess what that does. It just doesn't display anything. So what we're going to do is, first of all, put two span tags here. And inside here, I'm going to put one for a class of block. Copy and paste that. Change this to true. Save it. Refresh our page. And this is what we get. We have a display type of inline. So if I right click, inspect, then go to any of these, and it's not actually showing it here, but basically they have a display type of inline, hence why they are on the same line. But we're going to override that by going to our class CSS and putting dot block. So this will change the CSS for any of these. I'm going to put display colon, and now we're going to put block. Remember, by default it's on line, but now we're going to put block, refresh, and as you can see, they are on separate lines. They're acting very similar to how a div would. Next, what we're going to do is put two divs. I think you can guess what we're going to be doing here. I'm going to put two divs. I'm going to put a class of inline. So here I'll just put hello, copy and paste this, type in world, save that. If I go back, refresh, both of these are on two separate lines because the div tags have a display type of block by default. But we're going to override that by going to our CSS by putting dot inline, so it targets all elements with the class inline. We're going to put display colon inline, save it, refresh, and as you can see, the two divs are now in line, so they're on the same line, whereas the spans are block. And the final display type we're going to show you is the none. So if we put a div for a class of none, put some text here, new, save that, refresh. As you can see, it appears because we haven't applied the CSS yet. So let's do dot none display none, save it, refresh. It's no longer appeared, as you can see. But the other thing I want to show you is what happens if I were to put a div tag here, and I would put, say, you. It doesn't really matter what's in there. So if I just save that, and I'm just going to get rid of this class for a moment, refresh, no and you are on two separate lines. You is here, so there's a gap between hello world and you. Watch what happens when I put the non-class. Not only does it make it invisible, it actually prevents it from affecting the structure of our document. So you, which would have been around about here before, is now where the no text was. This isn't the same as setting visibility to false, for example. It's actually not only hiding it, but it's getting rid of it from the sort of the physical website, if you will. So that is it for display types in CSS. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on my education platform, sonarlearning.co.uk. There will be a link with this video which will take you to the source code from every video in this series. If you liked the video, please let us know. If you didn't, please let us know as well. And as usual, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.